Well, we've got a special guest joining us on the show right now, Mr. Luca de Meo, head sales for Audi globally. Many thanks.
Hi, how are you?
Well, good. And thank you so much for speaking to us today. Thank you as well for having us here. First question I have to ask you, given the setting, given where we are, you know, I've been here now for the last 3 or 4 years. We've been seeing the kind of success Audi has had. What continues to bring you back from a brand perspective to Le Mans?
I think Le Mans is clearly seen by public and the experts as one of the 3 biggest, most legendary races in the world, together probably with Indianapolis and Monte Carlo. So I think it's good to be there because we are really at the pinnacle of motorsport and motoring.
What does it do for you in in markets where maybe there is not so much awareness about motorsport? In India, for example, there hasn't been a historical connect to something like Le Mans. How do you use that to your advantage?
But I think that you know that the organization is actually extending this formula with the so-called WEC, so that let's say performs the same cars around the world. So this is exactly the intention, is to make this formula. It's a very fascinating formula. Actually, these are the most sophisticated, let's say, motorsports car on the planet from a technical point of view, and trying to get that, let's say, message and that kind of offer to motorsport enthusiasts around the world. That's the idea of the WEC.
And one quick word about next year. Everybody's asking you that, I know, but when it comes to the announcement from Porsche coming to Le Mans, it gets interesting next year.
Very interesting. It's always been interesting. I would say that you know, the more competitor we have of size, the more it will be, let's say, interesting for the formula itself and to nurture this legend of this event that is there right now from 90 years, and they will continue to stay there.
In India, we find that now there's a lot of excitement around the brand. Younger people also getting very excited. The actual numbers have also put Audi at #1 this year for the first time. Where do you take that story? Because overall the luxury market continues to grow, a little slower than we expect, but it continues to grow. Is it important for you to hold on to the #1 position, look at large volumes, or is there something else to it?
I think that in say the objective of being #1, just from let's say a number point of view, is not an objective in say. No, I think when we talk about the definition of what is a #1 brand, is a brand that can hit, you know, all the targets and all the KPIs and the different things. We want to bring great product. We want to have a great image. We want to have a likability of the brand. We want to make our dealer, let's say, strong and profitable. We want to serve our customer and to satisfy them both with our cars and with the service. That's the idea. I think that the first, let's say, the first results in India are pretty encouraging for us. We are ahead of the game right now, and we will try to continue to be ahead of the game like here.
I'm sure you will. But you know, in India, the complexity arises from the fact that on the one hand, people want you to be exclusive, niche, very high-end. But on the other hand, there's this new kind of customer that you're waking up to globally, not just in India, which is at the entry end. You know, you're creating more opportunity, more choice with vehicles like the Q3, now the A3, which comes to us next year. How difficult is it to address a new kind of customer like that?
But we did it already successfully in many other markets. I think that since many years in the automotive industry, premium luxury is not a matter of size of the product. So I think that every car that we bring is 100% Audi in terms of, you know, quality and technology, no matter if the car is 4-meter, 4-meter 50, or 4-meter 90.
And even the brand experience then remains the same, because that's somehow the concern area for especially first-time buyers. You know, stepping into luxury, they feel daunted by it somehow.
Yeah, for us, it's an Audi customer.
All right, one last question then. The Q3 has been successful. We've got now the A3 coming as well. Which end of the market do you think will grow faster for you in India?
We believe on the fact that we are seeing that as a global trend. That probably there is still a lot of potential for us in what we call the Q family, which is the segment of the SUVs.
All right. Well, in India, I know they love them. So thank you.
Welcome.